action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Andrew Sendejo. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. First down. Here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line. A quick throw taken in by Diggs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, it's Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's look at some of the big games week 13. So these are ones that our crew probably think of the biggest 4. Let's rank them 1 to 4 as far as how big they are and what they mean. Baltimore at Buffalo, San Fran at New Orleans, KC at New England, Seattle at the Rams. How would you rank? Rush coming, and he's taken down. Shamar Stephen able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Wilson, rolling to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson going for Metcalf on the... It's caught at the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins completes it to the fullback, Ham. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Cousins again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there and a first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. On 1st and 10, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. It was Trey Flowers that time who got a hand in and broke it up. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Cousins. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Wilson. Now in desperation. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. They'll run for it with Cook. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Throwing here, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Herb Smith Jr. there to make the grab. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. To throw, Cousins. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And they will take over at the...
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within. I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition, and all that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial. Do this for my millennials, I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show, this so perennial.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Watch the pass.
Cousins on first down. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins now from the 50. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Cousins throw complete to Thielen. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, 33 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, that's how they envision it, get the football to start the game and score.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. Connects here with a tight end, Blake Jarwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On second down, it's Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
Prescott now. And this is caught by Witten, the tight end. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Elliott running right. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And that is caught. It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Forbath able to convert the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. A first down throw for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. They run. Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Cousins past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And now look at him go. 20, 10, 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Forbath, the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. CD, while we have a quick second here, I want to give a shout-out to 3 teams who have struggled mightily this year, who all got wins in Week 12. The Dolphins, the Redskins, and for their first win of the season, the Bengals. How about you? I love your empathy, right? You hate to see teams struggle like this. Hate to see teams that are down. And when they get wins, you come with a little bounce, don't you? You got a little extra spring in your step. Those Bengals, and they beat the Jets, who at the time were hot, right? They won 3 in a row. How about Washington? That win over Carolina. And then, of course, the Dolphins. No one really saw that coming. Their win over Philadelphia, even though it was at home. Could those wins for those teams... And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Cousins now to throw on first down. And Diggs has it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Keep playing the hard fight all day. Whoa! Let's get it.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving him a...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line...
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And they got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll run on first down. It's Elliott. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott, as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Throwing, Cousins. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go.
To throw is Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would get...
Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
First down, here's Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On the carry, it's Cook. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. With that incompletion, I want to revisit some playoff talk. We talked about the top 2 seeds, but let's break down the AFC playoff picture. Ravens and Pats on top. If the season ended, we'd be looking at the Bills and the pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down. And 6 yards to go.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The sack by Robert Quinn. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any... Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Back now in Arlington. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 6 yards away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. First down, Prescott. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they are good.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, no. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got. Dream turn, live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the crown. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. So are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
STRO. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they
asking my name, huh? You ready? STRO, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This one fielded at the 5. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Let's get off the field, defense.
And his first look is incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. On first down, Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Prescott on first down. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 23.